Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Are we ready for some morning time pirates? We are going to do some writing sprints today. I'm still trying to figure out how to make myself the main screen. We'll get there. Nope. Definitely not. I don't understand why it goes to this one. And why am I on the other side now? Hold on. That's better. Nope. Aha! I figured it out. This one is definitely a learning curve. But, let me know who all is here, and we will get started. Kelly! Good morning, time pirates. I made it home alive. Yay, that is always good. How was your trip? I can send you the link if you want to join this morning. Found it. Yes, Restream is definitely a learning curve for me. StreamYard, I think I have down pat, but this one I am still learning. I will not be writing today. I need to decompress, so we'll be reading instead. Fair enough. We're so happy to have you back. Let me tell you, my adventures of taking over from day one. I don't know if you've seen any of the other streams in your spare time, but I was supposed to take over on the 15th, and on the 14th, I had the most gnarliest sore throat. And then the 15th, I went ahead and I was like, we're going to do this and we'll see what happens. And I had a fever of 101. So I only did 2 out of the 3 sprints on Wednesday. And then from there, I was able to do the rest of them. But at the same time, I was like, oh no, like, what? This is the most inopportune time to be sick. So, I feel like I bombed the first day. And as you could probably tell, I am still trying to get my voice back. And I woke up with another sore throat this morning. So I have my tea being made, and we'll see what happens. Because I got some lemon echinacea throat coat tea, and I've been adding honey to it. Just hot water and honey has been helping. So, but the tea has also been helping. It's an acquired taste, and I have my coffee, so we're gonna be drinking both of those because they're warm. But yeah, it's been a trip. And then yesterday I couldn't do sprints at all. I had to take my daughter to the doctor. She has a severe sinus infection, so they had to put her on antibiotics. But she basically has accumulated enough phlegm in the back of her throat to make her set off her gag reflex. So she wasn't able to eat much over the weekend. And I thought maybe for sure, she'd sleep and she'd eat. Like Saturday it started, she slept most of the day. And then I figured Sunday she'd be okay. I'd still sleep, but I'm going to start eating. And nope. And so I took her on Monday and they were like, well, this is why. And I was like, great. So they were like, here's some antibiotics. give her 5 milliliters of allergy meds daily, and go from there. And I was like, thanks, great. Lindsay is here. Good morning, good morning. Kelly is saying good morning to Lindsay. Kelly saying, oh no. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Kelly says, you're such a pro to even try. Listen, I did try because I didn't want to let anybody down. And then I was just like, guys, I think this is going to be the last sprint on the second one, because I was just like, nope. And then I went and slept for the rest of the day. Good morning to Courtney. Kelly says good morning. Courtney says, hey, Kelly, glad you're home. Courtney says, hello, Alicia and Lindsay. Kelly says, no wonder y'all are sick. Something is going around. For sure. It is sick season. Yep. Well, I wish it would go away. Vanessa is here. Hey, Alicia, just working on editing a video for November TBR. If my voice cooperates, I would like to film a video or two, because I feel like I'm behind again. It's like a never-ending cycle with my videos. I get up to speed and I get slightly ahead, but then I go, okay, I'm ahead, and then I get behind. I hate it. Kelly says, good morning to Vanessa. Lindsay says, I was just about to suggest honey, lemon juice, and like apple cider vinegar with hot water. Hopefully you and your daughter will be better soon. Yes, me too. And I'm crossing fingers that once we are better, that my husband and my son don't get sick. Because it seems to be like a revolving thing in my house, and I haven't quite figured out how to make it stop. I've been Lysoling all of the doorknobs and bathroom sinks and bathrooms, and I've been trying to do all of the things to break the cycle, and somehow it keeps getting in. I'm gonna manifest a cleaner house. Do something. Kelly says, I need to fill my NetGalley TBR today. Yes, because that starts pretty soon. I can't believe we're already almost in November. Anne says, good morning, not feeling well, but I have my regularly scheduled appointment with my therapist later. I hope it goes well, and I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Definitely something going around, and I hope you feel better. Kelly says, morning, Anne. Anne says, good morning, Kelly. Vanessa says, I have a strong desire to watch NetGalley TBRs right now, and none are out yet. They will be. They will be coming soon. Vanessa says hi to Kelly. Kelly says, I just got back home from Atlantis, so I'll get on that now. Kelly says, Alicia, for what it's worth, I'm glad you chose some family and self-care yesterday. Thank you. Yeah, my husband was even saying, he's like, you're not doing too much again, are you? Because you know me, I like to overwhelm myself and just keep going, going and going. And so he was like, yeah, you need to tone it down. And I was like, okay, duly noted. By the way, I have sprints this morning. We'll get it situated. Kelly says hi to Molly. Clint is here. Morning. How are you, Clint? Lindsay says, I'm reading The Last House on Needless Street by Katarona Ward, which is my last book for my hardest reading challenge you've ever done, a readathon prompt, so I can get that square finished. Ooh. I started setting up for Donna's readathon that's in November. I'll show it in the next chatty bit, but her bingo board is absolutely adorable. She did penguins, but it also has mushrooms. It's cute. Um, Morning to Kelly from Clint. Kelly says, I'll be reading Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I'm at 45%. Ooh, how are you liking it? I finished Divine Rivals. So we'll have to talk about it. I already put the sequel on hold at the library. Lindsay says, I'm sick today too. I had COVID recently and think I might have it again. Just waiting for the COVID tests to be delivered. Ugh. No way. That's not good. I hope you're feeling better. Kelly says, same, Alicia, always piling it on. Yeah. I feel like if I'm not doing something, then I'm being lazy, if that makes sense. Vanessa says, I enjoyed The Last House on Needless Street. Ooh. Clint says, I'll be working on Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Camera. I have a live show Saturday for it. Then I need to do the other book club book for the live on Sunday. What book is that? Courtney says, I'm going to film and organize before 10 a.m. sprints. Nice, nice. I'm tired, but good. Kelly says, yes, must talk about Divine Rivals. Courtney says, I need to grab Donna's bingo board. Molly says to Lindsay, oh, ick. I know, I agree. I hate cold flu / COVID season. Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows are two of my favorite books ever. It was pretty good. I liked it. I need to know what happens because that ending on Divine Rivals, excuse me, I need to know what's happening. I need to know what happens. Clint says, ew, sending all good vibes and hugs to Lindsay. And Vanessa says, also loved Warrior Princess Assassin. Roland Rogers Isn't Dead by Samantha Allen. Ooh. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'll have to see. I don't know if I don't think I have that one. Maybe I can get it. No. Let me not add another book to my TBR. I've already added too much. And Lindsay says, oh, it's normally spelled Katarina. Pronouncing Scottish and Irish names can be hard. I had no idea. Well, thank you for telling me because I had no idea. I always thought it was Catriona. Oh. So many different ways to spell it. Or pronounce it, I mean. Kelly says, ignore the O. Got it. Fair enough. See, this is why we're here, because I would not know how to pronounce that. But on that note, we are here to do some writing, and in this case, some are reading. So let's get started with the first sprint, and I will see you guys back in 30 minutes. I was going to say 45, but it's not my sprints, it's writing sprints. So I will see you guys back in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. How did we all do in that sprint? I made my breakfast sandwich and I wrote 665 words. So close to the devil itself. I did not expect to write that many words, but I am not really writing on my story just yet. I have that open in a different window and I've read where I've left off, so I'm kind of like thinking about what's next, but I need to write a letter to my aunt, so that is what I'm doing. Because a lot has happened, and her and I, she's older, so she does not have email. She does not have like a YouTube or website or anything. She's very old fashioned. So we have been communicating through letter. A lot of times I will write the letters, like handwrite them. She always does, whether it's in a card, whether it's in a letter itself. It just depends. Excuse me. So I try to keep up with the handwritten letters, but sometimes I just have to type it and I'll either send it that way or I will take this, handwrite it, and then send it. Because if I do it this way, then at least I already know what I want it to say and I can just write it and send it. So, and I'm trying to gather up, like I need to write her a letter, and then after sprints, I need to put together like the class pictures for the kids so that I can send them to family. I got my photo mailer envelopes. So I just need to like write the letters and then put the pictures in there and I can send them. So, but yeah, she's very old fashioned. And I like that. I like that people still handwrite letters and send it through snail mail. And I know that while I don't get to see them a lot because they're in Maryland, a lot has happened. So she tries to keep me up to date as much as possible, but our letter writing has kind of tapered off. So I'm hoping that by sending this letter and the pictures, it'll kind of re-spark it in a way. And when she writes her letters, it's in cursive. So she is like I said, old fashioned. But I love it. And I love writing back and forth. And I know that at some point, because she's older, that will stop. So I want to get as much as I can before that happens. So let's see what you guys got up to. I believe this is the next comment. Leslie says, can sometimes be Catriona. Okay. But does it depend on the spelling, or is it the same spelling, just different pronunciations? Does it depend on the person? Ooh, that's a good question. Clint said, girl mood. I keep adding books to the TBR I know I won't get to. Yeah, there's a stack of books under here that I'm going to try to read this week. One of them is for the Shore Leave Book Club, Kelly's book club, and we're discussing book 3 in the Misplaced Mercenaries series by Kevin Petway, and that is on Friday. And I haven't started the book yet, but I mean, it's super, like, it's not that big, so I'll be able to read it. I have the audiobook, so, and I do have some of the audiobooks for the others. I just have to read them. So that's probably what I'll be doing today, like taking it easy and reading. And this was what I was answering Clint. I was like, yeah, I want to read everything and nothing all at once. So much to do. And Courtney agrees that is how I feel a lot, especially with the holidays looming. I know that once they get underway, everyone is going to be doing their holiday thing, and reading probably for me will go by the wayside. So I'm trying to read as much as I can so I can finish off my Goodreads challenge numbers and then go from there. Because I already saw this morning, they've already started with the Old Navy Christmas PJ commercial type thing. If you guys know what I'm talking about, they do one every year, and that's kind of like the start of the holiday season. And so they have since I saw it this morning. They had the Old Navy Christmas PJ, whatever they do. And I was like, dude, I'm not ready. Like, stop it. Molly says, I'm reading with my ears The Care and Feeding of a Pet Black Hole. That sounds interesting. The Care and Feeding of a Pet Black Hole. Who is that by? Let us know. Molly says 19% in. Nice. Vanessa says, got a review posted for an arc through a PR company. Worked on editing my video. Very productive. Kelly says, made it to 51% in Wild Eyes. I need to film an update now. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Clint says, oh, I love that. Right? The letter writing? I love letter writing. I wish I had more people to write letters to, but I don't want to overwhelm myself. Lindsay says, such a nice thing to do. I agree. Kelly says, yes, that's why I need to finish Wild Eyes, because I need to read Big Damn Magic. Yes, I need to read it as well, because I have tabbed it, so you'll see I'll be able to read it in like 3 days. But I haven't started it. But this is the book that we're reading, and it's on Kindle Unlimited. Yes, Kelly? I believe so. You can find it on Amazon. That's where I got my copy. But we're going to be discussing it with the author this Friday. I'm excited because I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know if you saw my email yet, Kelly, but I did get the package that you sent me with the book and the bookmark and the little character cards. Absolutely love it, and I can't wait to read. I can't wait to read it. Molly says, next sprint, I'll be reading With Eyes, the Old Crones Club. What is that about? That sounds interesting too. Clint says I got through like a chapter and a half of the book and got through like 3 work problems. I'm listening to the book while working from home dealing with math issues. Listen, I am the same way. I do not like math whatsoever. I don't even know how I managed to like do it when I'm budgeting. So, but yet somehow I always am right on target to the cent when I do budgeting. I don't know how I do it, because what I've done is I've broken it down. Like after I break it down and write everything out, then I go back and I say, okay, that's been taken out, that's been scheduled, that's been taken out. And then I add up everything that is left, and it always matches what is in the checking account. I don't know how I do it, but it feels weird when I do that every single time, but at the same time, it's very satisfying to know that I didn't fuck up somewhere. I don't know. But I hear you. Math is it's not my strong suit. I can do like the budgeting math and the daily stuff and the simple stuff. Don't ask me to do anything beyond that. Courtney says that's cool. Vanessa. Ooh, we have 21 seconds left. We'll see how far I can get. Lindsay says, I've made a list of all the books I'm needing or planning to read by the end of the year. Hopefully that stops me getting distracted and reading random other books. I need to do this, because if I don't, I will add random books in, and I need to like just schedule. Okay. I'm going to stop here and star that because we need to go into our next sprint. And I will see everyone back in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. How did we do on that sprint? I got my breakfast sandwich and ate it, and my letter is now over 1,000 words. I'm at 1,018 words. So I don't know if I'm going to handwrite this one. We'll see how I feel later, because I could do it, but it's a lot. It's a lot to write. It's a lot to write. So we'll see. But the letter is practically done. I'm kind of finishing up any last updates, asking them how they're doing, to let me know how everything is up where they are. Because, like I said, they live in Maryland and I'm down here in Florida. So, and we did have a family member that passed away. I want to say either late last year or early this year. I want to say early this year. I would have to go back and look on my cousin's Facebook page, because it was very sudden. So, but I mean, he had some health issues and he, like Aunt Joan, is older. So, um, but we love them. So we want to make sure that they're doing okay. That's all I got up to. Oh, and you probably saw me. I pulled stuff down. I updated my planner of a few things, and then I went and found my book journal because I said I was going to show you. If you haven't already, go check it out. Go watch Donna's readathon video. This is her. I don't know if you can really see it, but that's the theme. That's the theme. She's got penguins. Penguins and pumpkins. I thought it was mushrooms. It's pumpkins. I'm sorry. But this is absolutely adorable. And then you can't really see it because it is pretty light on the page. But there is like bingo squares. So I'm going to glue this in. And then I think this is the prompts. Like all the prompts. It doesn't seem to really. Some of them match the bingo board and some of them don't. But I'm going to put them into my book journal and participate because I need to read some books off my shelves so that I have less of an unread TBR. Hence why I created my reading challenge. Let's see where you guys got to, and then we'll go into our final sprint. This was the last comment that we were on. Lindsay was talking about making a list of all the books that she plans on reading before the end of the year. I think I'm going to do this today. I like this idea because there is a lot that I would like to read and I want to read, but I also have to play my reading challenge. So I think what I'm going to do when I make this list is I'm going to go ahead and just make my November and December TBRs. Like I had talked about it in one of my other lives or whatever about doing it, and I have started to do it, but I haven't finished. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Just plan them out, and then any other reading that I like want to get done, I'm gonna try to get done. Like I'm gonna make that list and just focus on those books. If I get them done, then I get them done. Like kudos, high five. If I don't, then I know what I'm starting my year off with. So that is a great idea. Clint says, agreed, Alicia, way too many books and not enough time, right? And after having to move and everything, I'm just glad I'm back to reading and such. So I've already read more this month than last. Yeah. I know you've gone through quite the turmoil. Like you basically had to like upend move very quickly, and that is no fun on any level. But I'm just glad you're doing okay. I'm glad that you're able to like get back into reading, because that was a stressful time. I was stressed for you. Charles is here morning doing laundry and dishes today. Hoping Audible will work today so I can get into Misplaced Mercenaries today. Haven't started yet either. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Now I need to check my Audible because I need to know if it's going to work. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I can read it with my eyeballs for sure, but I like listening to the audiobooks. I don't know, it gives something to the story, in my opinion. Now anyway, I hate this two-step authentication stuff. Like, gone are the days of just simply signing in. Now you have to have a 6-digit PIN number. It seems to be working for me. I'm signed in. I'm on my library page. So it seems to be working on my end. So hopefully, cross fingers, it works on your end. But because if I wasn't able to do the Audible for it, then I would have to read with my eyeballs, which means that is the only thing I'm reading for the rest of the week, and I would like to get more than one of those read. So, I'm glad you kind of said something because I needed to know. Clint says, until I hear the BC Clark jingle, it's not Thanksgiving or Christmas time yet. A jingle we hear in Oklahoma. I was going to say, what is the BC Clark jingle? Do I need to YouTube this? If you find it, send it in the group chat. I want to know because that's interesting. But yeah, usually here, we always see the Old Navy Christmas pajamas, the Coca-Cola polar bears, and the Hershey Kisses that Jansen plays Jingle Bells or something. I forget what that and the M&Ms, and they see Santa and they faint. I don't know. Those are like the 4 main. Is it 4? Coca-Cola, Old Navy, M&Ms, and what did I say? The Hershey Kisses. Yeah, 4. Those are like the 4 main ones. You see those and you know that the Christmas season is upon us. But I'm not ready for it yet, okay, guys? We haven't even, like, Halloween is next week. Can we fathom that Halloween is next week first before we get into the Christmas season? That, and you notice that with commercials, they're just skipping completely over Thanksgiving. There's a whole holiday before Christmas. Focus on one holiday at a time. Excuse me. Molly says the author of Black Hole is Michelle Cuvis. Got it through Libby. Ooh. Huh. Kelly says yes, it's on KU too. For Big Damn Magic. Yes. I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. Clinton says, oh, I got a journal last night so I can start journaling again, and maybe that will help me with everything right now. It has lemons on it and says, the zest is yet to come. I was like, I need it. I love this for you. And I have also been trying to decide on a notebook because I want to get back into journaling. I have tried numerous times and nothing that I have tried so far has worked. So I feel like I don't necessarily have to do like a daily journal. Maybe just when I have an update or if I want to write about something, we'll do that kind of journaling. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, I need to find a journal. I thought about making a like bullet journal, like a daily journal type thing, but excuse me. We'll see. We'll see. But I love this for you. Charles says Christina will hopefully get some sleeping in after her dentist appointment yesterday, but y'all might see her later. How is she doing? I saw that she was typing, was it Impala sprints yesterday? And a few words were kind of missed. but I was just like, oh no. And then when I found out she was having a dentist appointment, I was like, wow. I hope she feels better soon, because I know, like, dentist appointments are no joke. Like, I don't like being poked and prodded. So I could only imagine. 95% of my job is math issues. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do it. You are a better person than I. Molly says Crohn's Club is on KU by Jennifer Taylor Gray. Might have to take a look. Molly says fairy tales made witches villains. Now they're taking their story back. Tibby never thought she'd end up in a prison for witches. She isn't one, or so she claims. But on her first night at the Grimm Brothers Reformation Center, she meets four infamous witches of the world has banned wicked. As they share their real stories, Tibby begins to wonder if they're not so different after all. Ooh, this is the story synopsis. Ooh, that sounds good. Clint says at least the math issues aren't money math, so... Oh, well then that's simple. Charles says, hi, Alicia. Hi, Kelly, Molly, and Vanessa. Hello. This is more of the story. When the Brotherhood threatens to erase their memories and their magic, the women stage a daring escape, but freedom isn't enough. To truly reclaim their power, they must untangle the twisted... Tibby has to choose, stay quiet and survive, or rise and be remembered. A witch fairy tale rebellion for fans of Alex E. Haro, T. Kingfisher, Naomi Novak, and Gregory Maguire. Ooh, interesting. Molly says howdy to Charles. Vanessa says got delivered some meds, so catching up on the chatty bit. Fair enough. And we have a Faithful popping in to say hi and tickle the like button. Thank you. Faithful says good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Faithful from Courtney. Good morning, Charles from Kelly. Kelly says good afternoon, Faithful. All the hellos, we love it. Courtney says hey to Charles. Kelly recorded my vlog update and got to 53% in Wild Eyes. Do you think you'll finish it today? Or is this something that you'll finish tomorrow? Clint says, I finished a chapter because I got a bit distracted. One of my favorite authors, Blaine Bellamy, announced signed copies, which I ordered one, and he talked about what his next book would be about. Ooh. Kelly says, it's so cute. Ooh, I want to read. I got to read the first one, I think, first, right? Ren says, hello, everyone. Hi, Ren. Just finished up my model UN debate, and I'm finally free until my final exams. Ooh, yay. What will you do today? Clinton says, thank you, and I'm doing okay. Just taking it one day at a time. That is all we can do. My Audible is working. Yes. Mood Reader. Hi, Alicia. Good morning. Kelly says the Christmas pajamas were up at Buc-ee's, so it's official. Nuh-uh. Buc-ee's has Christmas pajamas? I need to see this. But still, it's too early. I can't say anything, though, because I know Disney's already got their Christmas stuff up, too. Like, as soon as Halloween passes, that's their last day of, like, Mickey's Not So Scary. And then, I kid you not, November 1st, we will have Christmas decorations up at Disney. I'm not ready for it, y'all. I need to get into the mind frame, though, because I know I'm going to blink, snap, and it's going to be here. Clint says, it's a jewelry store that does a sale before Christmas. It is what signifies the holidays. I will send a video in the chat. Yes, please, and thank you. I want to see. I know, right? Yes, I know. Kelly says, "Oh no, poor Christina. I hope she recovers physically and mentally. Dentists are scary." I agree. Every time I go to the dentist, I feel like they find something wrong. And I have to go to them soon because I had a filling. I think it's, hold on. I think it's this tooth. I had a filling on the back side of it, and I think it popped, like it came out, because I can feel a sharp edge. So I have to go look to them, and I really don't want to, but I know I have to. I just have to figure out, like, I hate this is the other thing I hate about my husband switching jobs. Yes, he has more opportunity and more potential. However, everything has gone digital. So, like the medical cards or dental cards or whoever, it's all digital. Like I should be able to go to the dentist and just say this is the company that our dentist or dental insurance is through, and they will be able to pull it up through the computer. What? I don't like it. um I had to physically request to have a medical card so that I could take it to the different various places to update insurance. But when I took my daughter to her appointment yesterday, they called and said, "Did you change insurance?" And I said, "Yes, I did. It's now under this." And they said, "Please hold." They were able to look it up through the computer. And I'm like, why? Like, I like having the little medical card. Why are you taking this from me? This is how I know I'm getting to be old. I don't like change. It's all I don't like it. Don't like it. Charles says hi to Faithful, and Ren says, "I'll be sleeping and reading interchangeably." Very nice. That is the last comment. Let's go into our final sprint. Let's see, do I have here we go. Final sprint, make it count, 30 minutes. See you back then. I knew that was gonna happen. I went to go grab my labels and the cat went off. I knew it was gonna happen. So how did everyone do? I finished my letter, printed it out, and it's quite long. So I don't know. I feel like if I try to handwrite this, it's going to be several more pages long, but at the same time if I don't handwrite it, I feel like it's not personal, you know? So I don't know. I might still write it, but her envelope may have to go out tomorrow if I'm going to do that, because or maybe I just send them all out tomorrow and get this done, because then I can add the pictures, make sure they're secure, because I usually put them in between two pieces of like flat cardboard, and then go from there. So we'll see how it goes, because I have a couple of other things that need to get done today. But let's see what you guys got up to, and then we'll get out of here. If any of the mods, feel free to put in links for sprints that are happening. I know Courtney is sprinting, so I will probably link hers. Let me see if I can find out where we're at and sign in to my YouTube so that I can pull up links if need be. Excuse me. I would really like this cough to go away now. Please and thank you. Ren said that she would be sleeping and reading interchangeably. That's where we left off. This is where I said, bear with me, because Restream was saying that I was losing connection and they were reconnecting. So if I seemed a little bit wonky or pixelated, that's why. Faithful said, hi, Courtney, Kelly, Ren, and Charles. Jessie Kiwi's here. I think this might be the first time I've seen you in my sprints. Welcome. Hi, Alicia. Awake early, so popping in to say hi. Well, hello. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Finishing Scarred and One Last Stop. Now, which one is Scarred? Is that the Emily McIntyre Scarred? Because if so, that is. What did you think? I liked that one, if that's the one you're talking about. If not, let me know. Kelly says, woot, congrats, Jess. River has had a pretty good night. Both boys were quiet until about 3:30 when he started getting a bit restless. It's progress. Yay. Charles says hi to Ren and hi, Jessie. Also finishing The Spiritual Witch for my evening prompt for Scarathon. Ooh. Molly says, thank you for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. Jessie says, hey, Charles. How's Christina doing? Ren says, got something to eat and watched YouTube. Thanks for sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome. Thanks for coming and hanging out and writing and reading and all the things. Kelly says, I read nothing. Too many emails to catch up on for the publishing company, but I will finish Wild Eyes today. I have to. I mean, you don't have to, but you would like to. Excuse me. I think a piece of mucus might be trying to make its way from my lungs. We will take care of that sucker after the sprints. Ren says, hey to Faithful and Charles. Anna says, morning. Glad I could at least make it. Well, thanks for stopping in. Kelly is waving to Anna. Ren says, hey, Kelly. Charles says, hanging in like a trooper. Oh, I hope she feels better soon. Kelly says, I have no wrench. Hold on. You don't have a wrench? You should now. So let me know if you don't, but you should now. Anna says, hey, Kelly, Ren, Jesse, Molly, Charles, Courtney, and Vanessa. All the hellos. I love when everyone says hello. How's Lorelai doing? And how are you feeling? Lorelai is doing much better. Once we were able to pick up her medicine and I was able to give her, they gave her like a little dissolvable tab that goes under her tongue. That was to help combat with any nausea that she had. And we were able to give her the antibiotic. After that, we gave her some saltine crackers and some Pedialyte. By dinner time, she was wanting McDonald's. So, definitely an improvement. She didn't eat much of her breakfast this morning, but she did eat. And she did drink some more Pedialyte and then had a little bit of apple juice. So, she's at school. And they haven't called me yet, so she must be doing okay. I will make sure that she drinks more Pedialyte when she gets home. That way we can get her, make sure she's not dehydrated in any way. And me, I'm feeling okay. It's this all right here. If I could get rid of the mucus and sound more normal, then I think I would be okay. And the coughing has to go. But other than that, I'm feeling okay. I am going to make my tea in a little bit because I forgot to do that earlier. But I'm going to make my tea. I'm probably going to sit and read for a little bit and work on the letter and putting together the envelopes with the pictures to send to family for the kids and just take it easy. And make that list of books that I want to read before the end of the year. Charles waves to Anna. Jesse says Emily McIntyre. Yes, I loved that one. I so far I've read Hooked and Scarred. I believe the next one is Wretched, which is like a Wizard of Oz vibe, I think. So I look forward to reading that one because I want to finish the series. I'm having a good time with it. Yes, I love her her writing. And I just got her newest one. Oh, why can't I think of it? It's very colorful and it's a retelling. Burning Daylight. That's the one. It's like a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, I think. I cannot wait to read it. I love her writing. That is all I see in the comments. I'm checking YouTube as well to make sure I'm not missing any. But thank you guys. I hope you were able to, if you were writing, I hope you were able to get some words done. Doesn't look like everybody was writing though. And that's okay. You guys got some reading done and got some productivity done. Even if it was a little bit of self-care, that's also productive. And let me put in Courtney's sprints because I'll just send you guys that way. And I will see you guys in the comments for Courtney's. There you go. Charles says, thanks for hosting, Alicia, till tomorrow. Yes, remember that tomorrow, I believe we will be back on Kelly's channel over at the Cursed Dragon Ship. Don't mind the cat. He is done for today. But yes, remember that we will be back on Kelly's channel. So Cursed Dragon Ship, same time, 9 a.m. And we will see everyone for more morning time pirates. No more shipwrecked and stranding, okay? And tomorrow we have to really get back to work. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out and being productive with me this morning. Here is Courtney's link. Go hang out in her sprints, hit the like button, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. If you are